Hello, UCAR. Peter Christensen here, coming to you from the CEO's desk. Going to talk about a hypo. If you've taken my ethics classes, probably in forever. Is that even is that grammatically correct? In forever. You've heard this story, but it's one I took a call many, many years ago when I was with the UAR, and it went something like this. Someone wanted to file a complaint based off of Article 16 of the Code of Ethics saying somebody stole their client. And basically, they'd been working with his buyer for several months, looking at properties, and then a different buyer's agent approached the buyer and said, "Do you want to come look at some properties with me?" And the buyer said yes, and they went in and put an offer on a home and went under contract. And so the first agent called and said, "I want to file a complaint." And I always ask the class, what's the first question that I asked? Did you have a buyer-broker agreement? And in this case, they said no. Well, we hadn't put in an offer yet. And so we didn't have a buyer-broker agreement. And I said, well, you don't really have a basis for an Article 16 complaint because you really didn't have that wasn't your client exclusively, right? Because you didn't have a buyer-broker agreement with that client. And they said, well, wait, what are you talking about? And then so questions of implied agency come up. Like, what does implied agency mean? Isn't there an agency relationship? Well, yes, there is, created by law, an implied agency relationship. However, that means you pick up a lot of the liability, but not the promise of exclusivity promised in the buyer-broker agreement if you're using the exclusive buyer-broker agreement. So the purpose of that, well, the purpose of the buyer-broker agreement really is to satisfy the law. It's to satisfy the Code of Ethics, which both say you'll have an agency agreement in place. But it's also a protection in that it's an exclusive agreement, meaning your buyer can't go work legally with anyone else because they've got an exclusive agreement with you. And it's binding that way. It also sets out commissions, sets out the terms, sets out what services you'll offer. So all those are good things as well. But remember, you don't get that Article 16 protection if you're not their exclusive agent, and implied agency is not exclusive. Hopefully that's helpful. It's a quick one. Remember, this is not legal advice. This is legal information only. If you need specific legal advice, please contact your attorney. Thanks for tuning in.